obviously, like, the people at Epic just do an awesome job of making the game, right? Gears 1 was just stupendous, and like Gears 2, if you guys seen the trailer, just coming along, you know, really great as well.
And I just think it's the combination of the talent that we have at the studio. We have amazing design, we have wonderful coders, and we have some of the best artists in entertainment, period. And I think we all work very well together, and we gel, and we know how to make something that's essentially a compelling form of entertainment.
If you played Gears of War 1 at all, the story wasn't necessarily as robust as it could have been, you know, and I think that's stuff that, you know, we're really going to blow out in Gears of War 2. We got Josh Ortega, who's like a great, you know, comic book writer, totally focused on the story, and, you know, want to do a much better job of that.
I think it's just an overall more grand feel for the game as far as the battlefield. It's also a deeper story. You actually get into the heads of some of the squad mates. From the start of the game, you learn that your Dominic Santiago, Marcus's best friend, is looking for his wife. He was looking for her in the first game, but now he actually has the photo, and he's got a couple leads on her, and that hopefully will be driven to a resolution. You'll see where the Locusts live, you'll see where humanity lives, and you'll see a darker story with more intimate violence, more executions, and a whole lot more ass-kicking.
Yeah, and I think it's a cool thing that we're doing with the characters in Gears 2. I mean, I think, you know, if you look at even the character, like, you know, lineup from Gears 1, like you're saying, it was a very kind of, you know, stereotypical character, and there wasn't much variety between the different types of characters in the game, and I think that's something that, like, not only in the, like, development of the existing characters that we're changing up, but also adding some new characters that really bring their own individual flair to it.
Well, originally we experimented with having emo characters that cut themselves and listens to bands like Shiny Toy Guns, but the usability just didn't respond that well to it, so the pendulum swung the other way, and, you know, maybe it swung a little bit hard. But honestly, we make our characters big and beefy so that they're visible in gameplay. If they were all skinny, 150-pound white guys, they wouldn't show up. So that's why we make them like that.
You've really got to be able to master a wide variety of different types of situations, you know, and I think that's really what Gears 2 does well, is like, yes, we expand, you know, on the characters' abilities and things they can do in the game.
I believe that hands down in Gears 2 we will have the best cover system ever seen in the video game industry, because we've taken, I'd say about, you know, 90% of the time it worked exactly how gamers wanted in the first game, but about 10% of the time players would go in cover when they didn't want to, maybe when roadie running and things like that. We put some of those tweaks in a patch for Gears 1, we iterated on them for Gears PC, and now we're bringing it full circle with Gears 2, and I think players are really going to love the system this time around. The Locusts have been in the underground of the Sierra for a while, and there's a lot of indigenous creatures down there that they've essentially mastered through various means. And so you're going to see the Reavers return, which are the flying creatures that were in Gears 1. They look better and they're nastier, and they land a lot more often. You see Brumax return, and you see other nefarious creatures that I don't want to spoil too much, but like I've been quoted as saying, we have creatures that make the Brumac monster look like a baby panda bear. Very, very large.
You know, whether it's the development of the story or the addition of the new characters, there'll be a lot more for everybody to enjoy out of, like, you know, the whole story experience.
A lot of gamers were somehow expecting Gears 2 to suddenly come out and have big, bright purple flowers and rainbows and unicorns coming out of my ass or something like that, and it's just not that game. It's not a very saturated color palette, but we are going for large, beautiful open vistas this time around, much larger scale of battle, so it's not just gray pillars, right? And, you know, as much as it saddens me to read that those 15% of gamers not liking what they see, I still want to win them over, and I want everybody out there to play the game and enjoy it. I love this universe, and if Gears 2 has a wonderful ship-in, if gamers buy it, then we'll consider a sequel.
So I'd say Gears of War 1 and 8, Gears of War 2, 11.
It doesn't just go to 11, it goes to 12.
We're taking it to 11.
Yeah, well, I got to one-up that guy.